all the students. Today we are going to discuss the first lesson in our syllabus, that is the advent of Europeans to India. The advent of Europeans to India. First of all, we will come up with the meaning of the word advent. The meaning of the word advent is nothing but arrival. Arrival means coming towards. So, the important topics to be covered, the important topics to be discussed in this lesson. First of all, how trade conducted between India and Europe in the ancient time. How trade conducted between India and Europe during ancient time. The second one, how the Europeans are arrived to India. How the Europeans are arrived to India, and what are the reasons behind the arrival of Europeans to India. Next, Carnatic Wars. After that, Battle of Plassey, Battle of Buxar, and finally dual government. Again, I will repeat the topics. How the trade conducted between India and Europe during ancient time. Next, how the Europeans are arrived to India. After that, Carnatic Wars, Battle of Plassey, and dual government. First of all, we will start with the first one here. How trade conducted. How trade conducted between India and Europe during ancient time. Listen carefully here. There is a trade and commerce relationship in between India and Europe in the ancient time. Why? Because means there are some spices are there in India which are having more demand in the European countries. There are few spices are available in India which are having more demand in the European nations, which are nothing but so that how the trade conducted during ancient time. I am already told you there are few products are available in India which are having more demand in the European nations. Those spices are nothing but cinnamon, cardamom, and ginger. The spices which are available in India, which are enjoying more demand in the European nations, those are cinnamon, cardamom, as well as ginger. So now, these trade in between India and Europe, that is continued during Middle Age also. How the trade conducted means, here, the European merchants are taking the Indian products from the place Constantinople. The trade in between India and Europe is conducted through the Constantinople. Constantinople is the one and only the way to conduct trade between India and Europe countries. At that time, these Constantinople will be considered as gateway of European trade. Gateway of this Constantinople is considered as gateway of international trade. International trade. Here the question may ask, why the Constantinople is considered as gateway of international trade means here the Arab merchants are taken the spices from India to the Constantinople, and the Italian merchants are taking these spices from the Constantinople, and they will sell these products in their countries for the higher profits. That's what the reason why Constantinople is considered as gateway of European trade. Here the Arab merchants are maintained monopoly over Asian countries. The Arab merchants are maintained monopoly in the trade over the Asian countries, as well as the Italian traders are maintained monopoly in the European countries. Here, what is the meaning of the word monopoly? Monopoly. Monopoly is nothing but if one person or one country taken complete responsibility about the trade, that is known as monopoly. Means the trade is carried by the single person or the single country, that is known as monopoly. So in this manner, during ancient time as well as modern time, there is a trade link between India and European countries. In this trade, Arab merchants are maintained monopoly over the Asian countries, and the Italian merchants are maintained the monopoly over the European countries. Here, one more time I am saying to you, there is a question from this content which is nothing but why the Constantinople is considered as gateway of European trade or gateway of international trade. Here the answer is nothing but the Arab merchants are taking products from India to the Constantinople, and the Italian traders are taking those products from the Constantinople, and they will sell that products in their countries for the higher profits. That's what the reason why Constantinople is considered as gateway of European trade. In this manner, there is a trade link between European countries as well as Asian continent as well as India. The important products which are enjoying more demand in the European market, which are nothing but cinnamon, cardamom as well as ginger. Okay children, so far we discussed how the trade conducted and how the trade connected in between India and Europe during ancient time as well as Middle Ages. Now, here I am already told you there is a one and only trade route in between India and Europe during Middle Age as well as ancient time, that is through the Constantinople. Here, what happened means in the year 1453, this Constantinople is captured by Ottoman Turks. Constantinople is captured by Ottoman Turks. Listen again carefully. In the year 1453, Constantinople, the one and only trade route, is captured by Ottoman Turks. Here, Ottoman Turks are having the complete right over the trade route in between India and Europe. Here, what happened means, after Ottoman Turks captured these Constantinople, they are started to impose more taxes on the products which are on. Okay, so already I told this point, right? In the year 1453, Constantinople is captured by the Ottoman Turks. Means here what happens? The one and only trade route in between India and Europe that came under the control of Ottoman Turks. So here, Ottoman Turks are started to impose more taxes on the goods which are going through the Constantinople. That's what the reason why Europeans are felt that trade is not profitable. Here the question may ask, why the Europeans felt trade is not profitable. Why the Europeans felt trade is not profitable? Here the answer is nothing but the Ottoman Turks are started to impose more taxes on the goods which are carried to the Constantinople. That's what the reason why Europeans have to pay more taxes to the Ottoman Turks in order to take their products to the Constantinople. That's what the reason why whatever the profits generated to the Europeans previously, those profits are not generated in a proper way after the fall of Constantinople. At the same time, I am already told you, in the ancient time and Middle Age, in the Asian continent, the Arabs are maintained monopoly over trade, and Italian merchants are maintained monopoly over European trade. So here, Italy is the one and only country to maintaining monopoly over the European country. Whenever the Constantinople is captured by the Ottoman Turks, the remaining Europeans like Spain, Portugal, people, they are encouraged the sailors to find out new sea route to India, and the Spain and Portugal people, they want to break the monopoly which is maintained by the Italian merchants. So after fall of Constantinople, European trade is not carried away in a proper way. At the same time, there are some new inventions takes place in the Europe. Already we discussed what are those inventions in the previous classes. In the 9th standard lessons we discussed. So now there are some new inventions are introduced by the Europeans, which are nothing but astrolabe, gunpowder, and compass, marine compass. Astrolabe, gunpowder and marine compass, these are very important for the sailors who want to travel over the sea route. So these inventions will be encouraged the sailors to travel over the sea route and to find out the new ways to India in order to conduct the trade. In this process, the Portugal person, Vasco da Gama, who left Lisbon. Lisbon is the capital city of Portugal. The first time, the Portugal person Vasco da Gama who left Lisbon. Lisbon is the capital of Portuguese. Capital of Portugal. He left Lisbon and he reached Coppard. He reached Coppard in Calicut region. Not Calcutta, Calicut region. Calicut region in Kerala. Here in your textbook they have mentioned east coast of India. Here you may get one doubt. Kerala is located in the western coastline. Then why they are mentioned east coast of India? Here the point is we have to consider the location of India, not the location of Kerala. If you take into consideration the position of our country on the globe, it is located in the eastern hemisphere of the globe. That's what the reason why they have mentioned east coast of India, which is nothing but Kerala. Again I am saying you, again I am repeating the topic, please listen carefully. When the Spain and the Portugal people are attempted to break the monopoly of Italian merchants, the first time the Portuguese person Vasco da Gama, the Portuguese person Vasco da Gama, who left Lisbon. Lisbon is the capital of Portugal, and he reached Koppal in Calicut region of Kerala. Calicut region of Kerala, that is the east coast of India, in the year 1498. In the year 1498, he reached this region. So with this, the Portugal are the first Europeans to enter India, and Vasco da Gama is considered as the person who find out new sea route to India. Here, the one question you have to be considered. The first Europeans who arrived to India is the Portuguese. The last Europeans who left India, that is also Portuguese. You may get one doubt here. The British peoples are ruled over India until 1947. So you may think that Britishers are the people ruled long period of time in India. But here the point is, Portuguese peoples are arrived in 1498 and they ruled one of our territory in India until 1961. Which is nothing but Goa. So here the important key point, the first Europeans who came to India, that is Portuguese. The last Europeans who left India, that is also Portuguese. That is the point. And so that I told, the first Europeans, the first in last out means first to arrive to India, last to vacate India, that is Portuguese. Last to arrive India, Dutch. Last to arrive to India, first to vacate in India. Last to arrive, first to vacate, that is Dutch. Here the point you have to remember, the first arrived people are Portuguese and the last to vacate, that is also Portuguese. So with the arrival of Vasco da Gama in the year 1498, Portuguese are the first Europeans to re-establish the trade in between India and Europe. So after the fall of Constantinople, these are the attempts are taking place. So my dear children, in this class so far we discussed about the lesson, the advent of Europeans to India. In that we discussed already how trade conducted between India and Europe in the ancient as well as Middle Age, and after that we discussed how the Europeans are arrived India. Here I am already told you the first person who arrived to India, that is Vasco da Gama in the year 1498, and Portuguese are the first Europeans to enter into India for the trade purpose. So in the coming classes, in the day 2 class, I will start to discuss about the remaining content of that lesson, which are nothing but Carnatic Wars, Battle of Plassey and all those things, as well as how the East India companies are established in India. Those and all we will discuss. Thank you.